Sup, Raytana? It's Raytana Station here. I know it's been a while since I've done a stream, so here I am. Yay! I've made a couple of decisions. Unfortunately, I cannot use the new version of the name changer on my current save. But this is part of Smilesville, and it's a sub-quadrant. It's going to be called Huntington Bay. This part of Smilesville, since I've been putting all my celebrities in here, is actually Jollywood. So I might move Cherry to Huntington. And I guess I live on the outskirts of Jollywood, and Senpai lives over here on sort of the outskirts with me. So, you know, that makes sense for all y'all. I changed East Clearwater Park to oh my god, hang on. Oh, I think it would help if I actually did it with this. Okay, so I believe East Clearwater Park is what I've called Sungate. Gaia Falls is what was Clearwater Park Mountains, because whatever. West Clearwater Park I called Seaside. The Happy District is the Happy District. Central Wayward City stays the same. Gearstone. Wastelands stay the same. And when I finally get this, that's Gearstone. Jollywood and Gearstone are two names that I had already come up with before that and stuff. So, and I've got things to show you. Since I'm on my main save, I cannot save, but and I've also got things to experiment with, because I just did something that will probably be key. That is, if I manage to succeed. Humphrey! I don't know who you are. While that's loading, though, I can bring up a picture of Cotton. So here's Cotton, and she's just a background character, and I wanted some strays, but in order to have strays, you have to have them not in the world and in other households. So I created some strays I want to show you. So I actually spent time on her, though, for whatever reason. Oh yes, this is my rat. Okay, so if we have to wait for these to load. So yeah, it looks pretty like a rat. I made whiskers for small dogs. Pretty rat-like from the front. He looks like, what's that rat's name from Charlotte's Web? Thumpleton or something? Templeton? Somebody on YouTube comment on what the rat's name from Charlotte's Web. So this is a rat, and it looks pretty cute close up from the front. Looks okay from the side, but when you zoom out, you're just like, oh my god, kill it with fire. That's the best I could do on the rat. So here's Cotton. I actually took the time to recolor stuff, made a Franken mesh into her jacket, and I don't even know why I spent time on her. Just, you know, but she's cute. Typical Smilesvillian. Probably a DJ or something. Let's take a look at her other outfits. But I mean, I guess my perfectionist, the perfectionist in me just wanted her to look exactly like the doll maker version, so. Anyway. For Mal. She's all shiny. Oh, and she's got Care Bears and My Little Ponies on her arm. And yeah. Cute. Oh, and I finally made a double ring piercing. So, I did take my not safe for work folder out, right? Yes, I did. Alright, so we shouldn't run into anything bad. Sleepy time. Come on, grab your friends. She's got a teddy bear on her head. Those are pasties. Pasties are okay in my book. They cover the nips. Look at that eyeshadow. And those eyelashes. She looks awesome. And then that. Okay. So then I made a panda. Let's see. If we go up to it, it looks kind of panda-ish. I wonder what you would look like with the rat eyes. That's probably too much, huh? And from the side, it looks pretty decent. Those of you watching on YouTube, comment on whether or not you like the regular eyes for the panda or the rat eyes for the panda. Please be specific when you bring it up, because otherwise I don't know what you're talking about. And that's the best I could do for a panda tail. So, yay panda. And this, I tried to make a leopard, but it's a tiny leopard. I think I did okay. I'm not too happy with the extra spots, but I looked up pictures of leopards and I tried to make the ear shape and the eye shape and markings. I don't know. It's a leopard. This is a red panda. I did not make this red panda. I did give it different eyes. This red panda was made by Bakey Gaming, and I was so happy that he put up a red panda, because I was like, I could take this panda and I can make it blue, and I can make a better blue panda for Kiki Mimi. And I actually compared the two once I was done turning this one blue, compared this one with mine, and I was like, oh yeah, Bakey Gaming's much better. It really makes you question your talent as an artist when, you know, you can't do a simple coloring job. But I did this. I made a deer. I mean, I had to look at many pictures to see these spots. It's kind of weird how almost all deer have this like thick line, and same with, look at that tail. Same with this. That's the best I could do for a tail. I know deer usually have a bit longer, fluffy tails. I could make hooves if I wanted to, but here's antlers, obviously. So this is a buck, and I just copied the deer to make a doe. The doe doesn't really scream deer, does it? And this is, I wanted to do something with the fire overlay they had, so I shoehorned a fire lynx. Woohoo. He's supposed to look wise, because he's wise. I guess. I don't know. I haven't come up with the details of what a fire lynx is like. I just wanted to use the fire. Okay. So I can close you. I want strays because wild animals. Oh, I've got good news, but let's not raise the hopes too high. Um, for one, the whole legal issues with signing a form about us having to pay water when it's against our lease, we won that. It was as simple as, you know, contacting a lawyer, having them write a letter, etc. And so, you know, we don't have to do that. And we got a return letter that said it was just information or something. It wasn't anything, you know, that you were required to sign, even though we read the entire thing, and that's exactly what it was saying. And, you know, a bunch of lawyers and retail peeps looked at it. So this is Jingle. I wanted to give Miss Candy Cane and Ruthie a cat. So it's a rain cat, though. His name is Jingle. Isn't that, like, really original? Anyway, I don't know if I ever showed you Ruthie. Probably. I made a couple of changes to Miss Candy Cane. Anyway, so unfortunately, though, that means that we didn't get out of our lease. But Michael's father... I wanted to show these earrings. I think that's all that I've done for her, though. Okay. Michael's father knows people and is, you know, he says, you know, I'm gonna work to see if I can get you guys out of your lease early and we can get you out of there and over here. And freaking, he works at a power plant, and he's going to be able to get Michael a job at the power plant for, I think he said, $22 an hour minimum. And that's more than he's making as a shift lead here in California. And a shift lead is like an assistant manager. Ooh, you're gonna like what I did with these guys. So, you know, out in the Midwest, cost of living, extremely low. $22 an hour? Yes, I know. So, you're very talkative today, Dina. So, I did some experimenting with the mermaid tails. There are some other experiments that I need to do, but as you can see, I've taken the weights away from the tail so that it doesn't look like they're walking inside of an extremely flexible rubber bag. I also fixed the gaps. Let's see. So, the gaps between the top and the bottom are not there. Here's the boy. So because the cost of living is so low and house prices are so low, and that's a really high pay rate. You could tell by the way I use my walk and wash me. We will be set if this happens, but I'm somebody who, you know, doesn't want to put her hopes too high in anything, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so what I also did, though, is I made the tails, not only took the weights away, I don't know why I always click that, not only took the weights away, but made it a skin detail. Down. Down. Nah. So, what chose the thumb? I guess none of them want the thumbnail. As you can see in her eyelashes, there are some textures. Whoever made this, this choker was dumb and put the texture a little bit in the glasses category. So yeah, and the way I was able to make this into a skin detail is I made a invisible bottoms mod thingy. So what'll happen is when they go to the bathroom or they take a bath, they take the bottoms off and you see the tail and the legs are coming out, and also take the shoes off. But the texture's there, and underwater it won't look so much like, you know, they won't become human. So there's some things I have to experiment with, because at the moment if they sit down, the tail is likely to either stay straight or go so I'm probably going to try and assign weights to one leg, but I'm not sure how walking is going to look when I do that. Yay, so yeah, and with the children, they had the most issue with the gap, but I fixed it. So yeah, that's cool. I did that. You know, for you guys who, you know, like to support me, just keep your fingers crossed that this happens for us, because, you know, as soon as we get the frick out of California, Mike and I are both gonna be so much happier. Oh yes. I need to show what I did to Paka. I finally was able to finish the Volpuline. Now, yes, I know, Samuel. So that's Say and her bow-leggedness. I don't think I did anything to him. But, okay, so I made Paka's eyes, and if we go to tails, I got the wings and the horn, and I originally made this tail, but Seymour had to help fix it. These flanks, though. I don't know, you're a fat. Oh, but I can... well, it wouldn't matter because I can't save. So with this tail, there is actually black. You can't color it or anything, but because I had colored the tail prior, some of it's still there, so I'll need to take this, and when you scale... oops, that's still the legs. When you scale it, it basically just scales the top up there to bring it higher. He's not supposed to have an anus. That's part of the mapping and the colors. Hopefully when I take away that black, it'll look a little better. But yeah, he looks basically just like the drawing. Paka. So, the only thing that I need is the little tuft of hair. Oh, and as you can see, this is a cat without whiskers. I made a no whiskers mod. I mean, obviously, he's not as fluffy as he should be. I'm gonna try the tuft of hair on the top, but the fact of the matter is that it works. I haven't tried it with hats, though. Me. And the raccoon sound is as close as I could get. Okay. That's neat. Huh. No, look at the face! I am Officer Packer. You will respect my authority. Having this Demogorgon head makes me wish that I hadn't named that other dog Dart. So this is a demi-cat. Rar. I'm going to eat your nougat. And at first the horn and the wings were a hat, but instead I put the mesh with the tail so that you can wear the hats. And the meshes, the UVs are on, like the wings are taking the same texture from right here. The horn is taking the same texture from on the top of the head, and the tail should be taking the texture from somewhere over here, or on the leg, I don't know. So that means whatever a placement the hat is, it's not overlapping. 'Cause I'm smart. He's so smart. But what happens when I... No way! Whatever that takes the clothing is also not... Whoa! So theoretically, you should be able to paint on him. Well, it turns it darker because of the shadow, most likely. So let's actually take a look at what happens when I paint. Sit. Let's take a color like blue, and I'm going to run it right over here. Ah, see? So that's how you draw on the wings. You can't actually... Oh, wait. Oh, you can draw on the wings. Oh, that's sick. But it also draws on the back. So, and the horn draws right there. You look like you've been splattered with blue paint, you poor thing. Let's find out where the tail texture is. Oh, I think I actually did... No, this is on the actual tail texture. So you can color the puff. You cannot color the tail. So, ta-da! I did that. Yay. The problem I had with the tail is for some reason the black part wouldn't be as thin as it was, and the puff was disconnected from the tail. The weights were all there. Seymour doesn't even know how he fixed it, but he fixed it, and I was like, you're super amazing, especially since this isn't the first time that you helped me. Oh, and because of the fact that the horn takes the same texture as that area on top of the head that you saw, I cannot make the little lines on the unicorn horn. Okay. Remember how I said that I finally did the double ring piercing? Well, that's not all I did. I know one or more of the stuff is missing.
Pretty Gatharma, a Pharisma.
A Breezma? Behold, Evelyn. The eyebrow piercings and her frickin' lip chain, which wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. And most of all, her makeup. So, oh, and her tattoos. And her tattoos. Let's take a look at your tattoos. So, she's always had the heartogram on her beebs. And she has a love kanji, and this was never in the roleplay, but I decided to give her a little atom on her shoulder. So, you would think that Evelyn would have more tattoos, but she likes to do the designs on her face mostly. So I think Evelyn is officially done. Her hair, her makeup, her piercings, everything. She's done. And I'm so happy. Did I make any other changes to you? I don't think I did. She looks so great. Tenji's close. I got... Oh. Uh-oh. The weights are different. Okay, hang on. Sometimes when I'm switching things from one side to the other, I forget to switch the weights to the other thing. Because I'm smart. I'm so smart. But anyway, so, yeah. So Tenji's eyebrow piercings. Sweet cup and cakes. What is wrong with my nail? I like designing things. You can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. I did make some changes to this family, which I have decided own the Wayward City amusement park in the Wastelands. So unfortunately, Loopy looks a little off because, for those of you who play The Sims 4 and downloaded the Cats and Dogs patch, you will notice that lots of hairs are much darker than they should be. Mainly Sky Sims, Newsy, and a few of Anto's, and any recolors of them too. So I believe there's a fix for it. I was hoping for a batch fix, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So if that's the case, there's a lot of freaking hairs I need to manually fix. Okay. For their backstory, I actually made it so that she surgically got a clown nose stuck to her face. It probably covers the nostrils more and she can breathe through it. And surgically got her irises replaced. These hearts are tattoos. The glitter's tattoos. She's just really dedicated to being a clown. I don't know if I had a different backstory for her before, but I've changed it. She is a Wayward City rebel, which means she dresses and acts like a Smilesvillian. Her mother was a Smilesvillian. She's not allowed to leave the quadrant because her father says so. Her father doesn't like her, but he's like torn between the fact that he doesn't want her anymore and that he wants to control her entire life. I changed her makeup for this. So the reason why he doesn't like her is because she's like a Smilesvillian. And that's just her nature. So after she was born, at some point, he ended up killing her mom. I changed all of his makeup. And, you know, wanted to try again, but didn't want to have to, you know, risk being with somebody who has, you know, a free mind who he can't control. So he cloned himself, but he made a modified clone. He wanted to try over with a daughter. She came out mute because of complications, because of cloning technology not being as advanced until, you know, Evelyn got through with it. So he was going to dispose of her, but decided not to. I also changed his eyes. I made those his natural eyes. I haven't decided exactly what half he is. No, he's not half anything. He's not human though. He's something I haven't figured out what it is yet. Loopy is half human, half whatever he is. He was going to dispose of Demi because of her coming out mute, but he decided instead to keep her because he wasn't sure if worse problems would happen if he tried again, or if, it just won't be able to do it. He just didn't want to make any mistakes. So instead, he had the idea to train her to be a mime. And I'm going to make different makeup for her. The makeup for her mimeness is supposed to be tattooed on her face. And I'm having difficulties with the makeup. So, the story behind her eye is that, the rest of the family are basically nefarious. Loopy's the only one who doesn't partake in certain things. I also changed her hair. So she's just like Osvaldo. It is a V, right? I need to know that I spelled it right. Yes, I did. Because she is Osvaldo, basically. So one time when she was going to kidnap somebody, she got stabbed in the eye, and the doctors couldn't save the eye. So she doesn't really have a problem with it. She just leaves it a gaping gap in her face to add to liking to intimidate people. And I didn't give her different hairstyles because if you can see that little white thing, the reason why that's there and the way that I got rid of the eye is because there are earring fangs that are bad. And it makes the eye go bling. So I was like, I could use that to my advantage. Let's use that to my advantage. Demi hates Loopy. Loopy is not fond of her family either. And I don't think I did anything different with the doll. Rosalie is just a doll that Osvaldo built. Purposefully unintelligent, just below average intelligence, no emotions, for the simple sake of, personal pleasure, cooking, cleaning, and looking after the kids sometimes. I changed Sturge's antlers because I had better antlers. He's kept in a cage, and I will show you that in a moment. He's a creature from a different dimension, and Osvaldo wanted him because he had never seen anything like it, kidnapped him when he was a child. And then this is Sparky. He's a zombie dog, but not like Silent Hill dog. I want to make a Silent Hill zombie dog. They're not sure how he died, but Demi found him crumpled up in a heap of body parts, and since he's a zombie, he was alive, so she brought him back, and she and her father put him back together. And he's a little aggressive. For some reason, the zombie trait didn't carry over to be able to be selected for dogs, but bark. So yeah, he's a zombie. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Osvaldo is one of the few people in Wayward City who was raised by good parents. He had very kind, loving parents, and unfortunately, because of the way he turned out, they had to flee to Clearwater Park before he killed them. Oh, and I already showed you the deer, but I made this deer's nose red for you will bot. I was able to find arms, tentacles for Slender Man and Slender Woman. I redid most of Senpai's pets. And instead of just naming them after her old pets, I actually took pictures, reference pictures, and made them her actual pets. So Melody, I believe I had already done, but I actually went back and found a picture of Harmony. So this is Harmony. It's real sleek. He was really angular and skinny. I think he had a thyroid problem. And even though he was a sweetheart, he kind of looked mad all the time. So that's Harmony. I already showed you the sugar cats. This is Buster. So this is actually Buster, and I had to look at videos and pictures of him in order to get his color right. So, if we sit, no, you need to stand up. He had these spots on his head. He's got a little white butt. And, you know, he's just so cute. Sit up again. Let's see if you have any special on your belly. No. But he looks, I'm very proud of him. He looks almost exactly like Buster looked. Just not as fluffy in the ears. He had really fluffy bear ears. And then here's Lucy. She was not easy. She was some kind of lab mix, but since she was adopted, rescued actually, they don't know what she was. She had really bad mange, and they managed to, you know, help her, and then they kept her until she died years later. So she's a really pretty dog. And that's it. So those are her actual pets. Only Melody is living at the moment. I think she's still pretty young. I don't know, I felt weird to have her just have dogs and a cat named after her dogs and cat, even though they looked nothing like them, so I fixed it! If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so let's take a look at Kiki Mimi's Blue Panda. And I don't think I showed you guys all of her outfits either. I know. I'm not sure of which ones though. Okay, so here's Bakey Gaming's Red Panda turned blue. It was not easy because I couldn't just take the markings that he painted on and change their color like you can with the regular coating. It was very difficult. Very difficult. So that's Poppy. Oh man. So Kiki has her regular outfits. And she themes them. This one's obviously a Smilesville themed outfit. This is her formal, which is Clearwater Park. This is her athletic, which is Wayward City. And I think she actually, no, she did not put contacts in. Her sleep is just her regular self, and unfortunately her hair is not platinum because this is one of New C's hair. Or Sky Sim's, I don't know. And then her party is another Wayward City one. Where are your contacts, girl? Did I move them? Huh. Okay, so for some reason she doesn't have those contacts. Wait a minute. Oh, it's because I gave you the drippies. Yeah, I purposefully didn't give you the contacts. And then her swim is Smilesville themed. Now, if we go into her concert attire, these are all Smilesville themed. Oh, so cute! I was inspired to dress her like this, based on old school Mini Moni. So, so cute. And here's another one. This is the outfit I originally had her in, and I just thought that I had decided to make regular outfits for slot 1, but I just liked this outfit so much that I had to keep it. And this one I made her a bug, because why not? Buzz buzz. And then this one I tried to replicate. Womp, 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 womp. Okay. Try to replicate this outfit. Well, obviously, I can't do something that perfect, so I might, quote it, might, recolor some stuff to make that closer, or I might just leave it the way it is because I'm lazy. I don't know. So these concert forms are Clearwater Park based. Oh sure, that hair works. I don't even know whose hair that is though. Oh, that's another one of them that's too dark. It's supposed to be like a vibrant orange-red. I was thinking something sporty for this one. And then Wayward City theme stuff. I have fun with the rocker stuff. This is the one I had contacts on. She looks so awesome. And kind of doing a Lolita thing here. Lolita Demon. And this is more Clearwater Park based concert attire. I was surprised how well this skirt went with this top. It looks like a dress. But it's not a dress. Ah! That was blonde! Excuse me. Not like super blonde, but... And I believe this is Wayward City themed again. This was, I believe, one of her original costumes, and I just liked it too much. Ooh, I did this! This was cute! I went crazy with that one. And then kind of did a gothic pinup thing. And a sort of I'm gonna kill you samurai girl or whatever. I don't know what I was doing. And then more Smilesville. I loved this one. This is like the only alpha hair I've found that fits this stupid headdress. And then I wanted to do kind of a candy schoolgirl thing. And then this, because these boots were awesome. Oh, that hair. It's another broken hair. And then this, because reasons. So, yep, that's Kiki Mimi in all her glory. Come on. Ooh, my neck hurts. Can I close this now? Let's see. Cherry has well, she doesn't. She's friends with a raccoon and a fox, a sugar raccoon, sugar fox. That's what I'm calling them right now. And then those are her pets. Oh, these guys. These guys are new. So I haven't decided what species of alien these guys are. Yes, I know. Thank you.
Sarpava Chorg.
I have a mod that takes the alien voice away, gives them a human voice because, unfortunately, I didn't want Zim to have a weird echoing voice. I would love these guys to have that weird echoing voice, but that ain't a happening. So, this is a Rondi, Mayberry, and she's short, so I can't show you her details up close. But she likes purple, and like many of my alien species, wherever they are and whatever planet and whatever culture they're from, they like sexy clothing. Sexy, revealing clothing. I'm glad I kept the pasties in then, because there's some pasties. Damn, she looks good! And then swim attire, and then her disguise. Whop. She is so pretty. Like, look at her. She is so pretty. Her eyes kind